Good afternoon, everyone. I am Srujana S. I am from Computer Science Department, RYMEC Bellary. And I am doing the seminar under the guidance of Prasanna Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, RYMEC. And my seminar topic is face recognition by cognitive discriminant features. The contents which are included in face recognition by cognitive discriminant features are abstract, introduction, flow diagram, methodology, literature survey, conclusion, references. Now let us look into the abstract. Face recognition is still an active pattern analysis topic. Faces have already treated as object or textures, but human face recognition system takes a different approach in face recognition. Usually, people refer to their faces by their most discriminant features. People usually describe faces in sentences like, she's fair, she's dark, her nose is thin, her nose is fat, etc. These most important discriminant features have been extracted by comparing a face with average face, keeping in mind. Now let us look into the introduction of face recognition techniques. Face recognition methods for still images can be categorized into four main groups such as holistic approaches, feature-based approaches, model-based approaches, and hybrid approaches. In holistic approaches, the whole face region is taken as an input to face recognition technique. Holistic face approach utilizes the global information from faces to perform face recognition. These identified features are usually used to capture the variance among different individual faces and can be used to identify the individuals uniquely. Feature-based face recognition require a priority of information, or we can say local information of features, to select a number of features to uniquely identify the individuals. Local information or local features include the information like eyes, nose, mouth, chin, and head outline, which are selected from the face images. Now, let us look into the flow diagram of this process. First important thing is, before performing any face recognition technique, a face has been captured by the camera. Since it is a facial image, in image processing, the face is captured by the camera. In the thing, the image which is captured here, the image which is captured can be resized and reread. Then feature extraction. It is a type of dimensionality where a large number of pixels, image are efficiently represented in such a way that interesting parts of images are captured effectively. Coming to the feature extraction, it is a process where we automatically or manually select feature which contribute to our prediction variable. As we know that prediction variable is very important in training and classification methods. Now, let us look into the methodologies involved in this process. To identify the unique faces in the crowd, we need to capture the image, then compare it with the database image. So, the faces in the database must be analyzed and their facial features must be extracted out of the faces. Later, we take the average corresponding facial features of all subjects. Then we'll obtain the average weight of left eye, right eye, etc. Average facial features can be defined in a lot of different ways. The most commonly used is by calculating the difference between Euclidean distance of corresponding points from center. Then finally, we are calculating the deviation, which should handle the stretchiness, roundiness, especially all the features which are included in the face. The deviation should calculate for all the facial features. After calculating the deviation, we need to calculate the density function of the deviation values. Here, in the figure, it shows that the dotted lines explains the deviation value of the function. So here the mouth with dashed lines delineate the average mouth of all subjects in the database. It is normally found by obtaining the average of coordinates of corresponding points of all subjects in the database. After calculating all the deviations from the average which are obtained, we'll try to estimate the density function of the deviation which are in a non-parametric way. Then the importance of these can be represented by reversing the estimated density function which is shown in the figure. As we can see, it is a reversed parabola which shows the importance of the density function. Later on, a simple 1NN classifier is applied. Whenever it has been applied, whenever a text subject comes in, it has to be compared with a train of subjects. In the simple 1NN classifier, the text subject is labeled as the name of the nearest train subject with the most frequency. In the tabular column, we can see that we have two subjects, A and subject B, and we have a subject text. In those calculations, subject A and subject B, whichever is nearer, it is considered as the train subject, which is estimated in the given table below. This is a diagram which is an example for mouth feature deviation with an estimated density function. Similar wise, we also use for lips. Then in the table, we can see that feature number and nearest train subject name are given. Feature name, feature 1, 2, and 3 we have, which describes the different features. Feature 1 includes eyes, feature 2 includes mouth, feature 3 includes ears. And whichever the subject is corresponding, then we have written it. Later on, we are applying the most advanced type of 1NN algorithm, which involves a distance between feature of text subject and each train of subjects. So then we can see in the table, we have three features, feature 1, feature 2, and feature 3, in which it tells us about the negative form of distances between the text subject and train subject. And also it also explains the accumulative form of distances between text subject and train subjects. We can see that from the tabular column. In the third column, the accumulated result of column 2 is given. At the last row of third column, A has scored more points than B, so the text subject is labeled as A. Now let us look into the literature survey. As said by the Simon Baron Cohen, author, he says that humans we assume the others what, think, believe, and the like, and thereby inference states that are not directly observable, using these states anticipatorily to predict the behavior of others as well as our own. Having a theory of mind allows us to understand that others have unique beliefs and desires that are from our own. Now let us come to the conclusion part. Human facial recognition system extract features which are discriminant with respect to the average face formed in one's mind by taking the average of all seen faces in a certain geographical region. To show the strength of this classification, first we have taken extracted features with 1NN. Then to show the more strength of the whole proposed algorithm, we have compared the result with the well-known face recognition method called eigenfaces. Now, the proposed algorithm is superior to rank 1 and rank 2 eigenfaces. These face recognition methods are useful in security purposes, are used in hospital bases. In everywhere nowadays, a face recognition method has been used. Now let us look into the references. These are the references have been referred. Thank you for giving me wonderful opportunity to explain the seminar, this topic.